Hi, I'm Alec. I'm the founder of Trakke, and today we are going to talk all about slings. Now, we do about 6 different slings in all different sizes for lots of different use cases. And I think, they've had a bit of a resurgence really, haven't they, in the last 5 years? I mean, when I was younger, you would not be seen dead wearing a sling or a bum bag or a fanny pack. But nowadays they're everywhere. And I think really we've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to thank for this whole situation. I'll share an image of him online that really, I think, sells the sling for many, many years to come. So Dwayne loves it, we love it. But I think the reason that slings are so great is they are that sort of small carry for those little trips where you need something bigger than your pockets, but smaller than a backpack. And I think there's something quite nice about thinking about use cases for a sling because they're often quite chill. Like it's going to a music festival, going to the pub, going to the park, going for a walk, going for a jog. Lots of like little weekend things is my vibe. They're also great for travel. As you know, we love 1.5 bag travel, and slings fit into that. So they're the half bag in 1.5 bag travel. So the idea is that you have a backpack that is your carry-on, and that's got all your clothes and stuff like that. And then you wear a sling on your body, and your sling can be used for those things that you want at your seat when you're on the plane, or the things that you need going through security like your passport. They're just a really handy way to keep things. They're also great for sporting activities, like if you ski, they're awesome to have on your body because when you get onto a ski lift, you can pull them around and like have them on your chest and look right down and see all of the stuff that you need. And because of their size, they come in varying sort of states of complexity. So today I thought I would walk through all of the slings that we make, try and give you a bit of an overview of the features and when you might use them, and show you how they carry and how they load out. So should we get stuck in? Right, so let's start at the smaller end of the spectrum. We're looking here at about sort of 1 litre to 1.5, 2 litres, somewhere in that region. So these are the smallest of the slings that we make, and sort of because of their size, also maybe the more simple slings that we make. So let's start with our zero waste sling. This, I think, comes in at about 1 litre. It's a really weird shape, so it's really, really hard for us to measure and figure it out and do the maths. If you're good at maths, maybe you can figure this out for us. I'm gonna say 1 litre, maybe a little bit more than that. Now, this is a super simple sling. You can see that it's made from our signature wax canvas on the outside, so it's a dry finish and it's weatherproof. It's got AquaGuard zippers that are gonna keep the weather at bay when you're wearing it. And it just has a really simple strap. So you've got a steel tri-glide here for adjustability. That allows you to make it longer or shorter as you might need. These don't have a clip on them, so this strap is just attached, and you can see that it's got some D-rings here to allow for a bit of articulation. These again are beautiful metal D-rings and a polycotton webbing that's super nice and durable. On the front, you can also see our removable patch that we carry across all of our products. And so that allows you to personalize that a little bit. And you can see that, like, maybe the first thing you'll notice is kind of a funky design. It's a little bit odd, it's a little bit unusual. And the reason for that is in the name. It is zero waste. So we designed this sling to be made from a single pattern piece. And we shaped that pattern piece in such a way that when you fold it and turn it through in a certain way, you get these pleats that create this kind of wedge shape. And then you can see that when you wear that on the body, that actually it kind of shapes to your body quite nicely because the back is flat, the straps are coming out at the right angles, and then you have this zip opening right here. But you can see that the inside is actually really, really minimal. It's just got one of these key rings on the inside that gives you a place to just clip things on, like a set of keys, stuff like that. Other than that, there's no pockets in this sling. But it is incredibly popular, and I think it's just because it's like a really neat little size. It's great for stashing like your phone and bits and bobs like that. I've got those in here right now. You know, Not much stuff, but just really, really easy. And because of this zip opening, it has a really wide mouth, so you can look right down and find exactly what you need when you need it. So this might be the most simple, but I really, really love this design. It's kind of a fun little bit of pattern work, which I really like because I'm a geek. It's really comfortable. It's kind of elegant in its simplicity. And of course, because it's zero waste, it's maybe a little bit more sustainable than other products because we're not creating any fabric waste when we're cutting these out of our cloth. And I think, you know, with the world burning as it is, that's probably a good thing. So let's move on. Right, zero waste sling, about 1.5 litres. Oh, I should probably tell you that the strap length, oh, double check. No, I can't tell you the strap length on this. We could get a measuring tape. Let's have a look, see how long is this strap. Maybe you're looking at like a strap length, a body fit all the way around of about 75 to 130 centimeters. Okay, right, I think we've covered everything with the zero waste sling. Next up, we have the Gigha. Now, I had to double check our maths on this because on our website, it says that this is 1.4 litres, which looks insane because if I hold it like that, it's no litres at all. And that maybe is where the magic lies. Now, the Gigha is a recent addition. Again, very, very simple. It's sort of designed to be almost like an admin panel for your body, but also an admin panel for a bag. So it sits flat just like this, and you can see again, it's made from our signature wax canvas. You know, it has our AquaGuard zips on the front here, and you can see a couple of really, really neat mesh pockets, which are super handy for just, you know, dropping things into. And because they're mesh, they're really easy to see what you've put in there and easy to grab those things out. But what's kind of hidden is that they actually have pleats at the bottom here. Now, and actually this pleat's about 4 centimeters wide. So you would be surprised how much stuff you can fit in one of these. And in a minute, I'm actually going to put a whole load of stuff in it and you will be surprised. But in the meantime, I'll just walk you through some of the features. So this is about 22 centimeters wide by about 18.5 centimeters tall. And obviously when you pull those pleats in, the width is going to narrow a bit. It's about 18.5 as well. You can see here that it has these clips on the top corner. Now the clips allow you to attach the strap, which is actually a 10mm strap. Again, it has a little metal tri-glide on it, but this 10mm strap is really designed so that it's really nice and small and packable. This type of bag isn't going to get super heavy, so you don't really need a really, really fat strap on it. This is designed for like smaller things, and you can see when it's on my body, you can see when it's on my body that it lies pretty flat, which is great in an airport. Like I could tuck it under my shirt and you would never know it was there. So this is kind of really, really neat in that sense. And really all of the detailing you want to see is on the outside. So there are no pockets inside, it's just one big open compartment. These clips on the outside also have kind of a neat function because it allows you to take the strap off. And then this is then compatible with our store backpack range. And in fact, if you buy one of our store backpacks, you get one of these absolutely free. And that's what the admin panel side of things is like. So you can wear this on your body as a little sling, but you can also clip it into your bag as removable storage. And like you can see just here on my right, or on your left, my right, it also allows you to stack them on top of each other, which is really cool because it means that like in a bag, we have one attachment point at the top of the bag and you can stack these one above the other and have even more admin space. We also do a few pouches that are similar to this, but don't come with a strap, like mesh pouches. And that allows you to kind of customize that system and make it a little bit more modular. So you might use the standard gear for the stuff that you're gonna just grab out of the bag and wear on your body when you get to the airport or whatever. Or you might use one of the mesh pouches attached underneath for your toiletries because the mesh will allow it to drain, or, you know, there are a world of possibilities really when you think about the modularity. And that's really nice because I think when you travel, it's, you know, everyone travels in their own way. People like to carry different types of things. You know, I know I've got a really weird strategy for getting through airport security, and I put things in certain places so that I can get through at lightning speed. I'm sure you're the same. So this allows you to be a bit more modular in your packing. With the gear, there's really not much more to say. It is very, very simple, but I know that this flatness is going to put people off, and please don't let it, because let me show you just how much stuff this can fit. Give me a moment. Right, this is what we're going to work with. So let's see what we can get in here. So I've got my book going in, the phone and a pouch going in. I've got another notebook in here. Let's see if that goes, no problem. I've got a power bank, which frankly I could fit on the inside, but just, you know, to show you some functionality, let's put it on the outside. I've got a charger, which I'll put inside. I'm going to wrap up that cable and just pop it on the outside again. So this is pretty full. Do we think the sunglasses might fit as well? Well, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, if this was me and I was out and about, I would just make this work. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty, but look at that, right? Now you've got your little brick. You can see it side on now, but it still carries really well. You know, I think that's a pretty surprising amount of gear to be stashing on the move. So the gear, I'm in love with it. I carry on every day because I carry way too much stuff to live in my pockets, and I forget my keys all the time. So gear, that's what you need. Pretty ideal. All right, welcome back to Will It Sling? Right, we've just done the gear. So now we're gonna move to kind of maybe the next size category up, which is like 2 to 3 liters, somewhere in that region. You know, these slings have obviously a little bit more space, and because there's a bit more space, you've got a little bit more pocketing, a little bit more organization too. So we'll start with the mainstay, the banana bum bag. Now, we've actually done the banana for quite a long time now. I guess we started this in maybe 2016, I want to say. And then we did a design update in maybe 2018, 2019, and that is the banana that you see today. I kind of love this sling. It's really, really simple, but it just works and it looks really nice. It's really clean and minimal, and it kind of goes with everything because it doesn't have much branding or anything on it. So if you're a bit of a minimalist, the banana sling is a great sling for you. Interestingly, we called this the banana because a lot of countries in Europe call bum bags and fanny packs bananas. So like in France, it's called a banane. And I always thought that was kind of fun because they do kind of look like bananas, I guess. So yeah, the banana sling, little interesting fact, is named by the Europeans. So what have we got to say? This is a 2 liter sling. Again, 400 gram, beautifully Scottish made wax canvas on the outside, available in 4 colors, black, olive, whiskey, and port. And as ever, has our beautiful AquaGuard zips to keep the weather at bay when you're out in the rain. The strap, as you'll see here, has an absolutely gorgeous Cobra buckle on. And that gives you a little bit more versatility than say the Zero Waste Sling that doesn't have a clip, because it means that you can be wearing it and you can very easily and quickly just take it off like this, which is really handy, especially if you're like doubling up where you've got like a sling on the front and a backpack on the back. And you know, sometimes you put one on after the other and then you take one off. Your backpack strap is caught in your arm and you can't get your sling off. You know, the Cobra buckle is going to help you there. Yeah, now the strap on this is adjustable with a nice little stainless steel tri-glide. The strap itself, I think, goes from about 45 to about 85 centimeters just for the strap. And the back section here is about 30 centimeters long. So you can do the maths there, and that gives you the total circumference that it's going to fit. So it's slightly more snug fit. I really like wearing this nice and high. It is obviously the kind of size and shape that you could wear around your waist, like Dwayne. You know, it's a beautiful look, it's very strong. Do you remember Mr. Motivator?
Guys, you have done very well.
He used to wear them like that as well. So you could wear this around the waist, but crossbody really is the way. And you'll notice, as I've been putting it on and off, that there's a very, very sneaky zip just here on the back. Now, this is a flat pocket that just runs down the back of here. And I love using this when I'm traveling for a passport. It's really good wherever you're out and about, particularly if you're in an area like a city where maybe there's a higher risk of being pickpocketed. This pocket is really neat because when you're wearing it, no one would ever know it was there. And it just gives you a little bit of storage in here. That orange liner just helping to lift the light inside so that you can see. And you can see right here, I'll just do a quick demo with this Trakke passport. So, it fits really, really nicely. I can just pop it in there, zip it closed, and when the bag is on, you would be none the wiser. So a nice little security pocket on this sling. And then if I open it up, you can see that inside there's just a couple of really simple open drop pockets, orange liner to help you to be able to see all of the contents inside the bag. And on the side here, there's just a little D-ring, again, so that you could clip a set of keys or something like that onto the inside. Those little pockets are great for those small things that always get lost in your pocket, like spare change, cables, little bits and bobs. And then in the main compartment, there's room for again, I'm kind of going to use the same props because let's be honest, we all carry the same stuff in our slings, don't we? I'll be a bit different. I've got a flask here and I've got a pair of sunglasses. We'll see if these both fit. The flask, certainly on its own, I can pop in there. There is actually a little bit of space either side that I could probably put smaller items. I don't think I would get the sunglasses in as well. I think that might be, maybe. Well, we're all surprised. So sunglasses, there's a little thermos flask in there. You'd easily get the biggest iPhone in here, no problem. I don't know, you might get an iPad mini in it, maybe, but I don't know that. So I might just edit this out. I might edit that bit out. I'm pretty sure you can get a Kindle in it because I've carried a Kindle in one before. Anna tells me that you can carry a wet raincoat in here. Dry raincoats won't fit, but a wet raincoat will stash in there, no problem. And actually, to prove it, I have a dry raincoat. We'll see if Anna's right. Dry raincoat. So that's no problem. Admittedly, that's a pretty compact rain jacket. That's an Arc'teryx Beta LT, I think, which is a great rain jacket, highly recommend. But yeah, that packs up really nice and small, so I could just, stash that in there. Great for music festivals or going to a gig, for example, if you're outside and you're not sure what the weather's going to be like. We've all been there. This is a great way to stash something like that. Again, we've sort of sized it and shaped it so that it just kind of conforms to the shape of your body. I think you can see right here that this is sitting really, really comfortably on my chest. Obviously, I could sling it around. It would sit really comfortably on my back as well. A lot of people actually carry them just down here under their arm because they're really, really slick and neat here. And I think you feel a bit more like they're secure. If you're in a high traffic area, just having it under your arm gives you that extra little bit of peace of mind. So yeah, the banana, it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. We love it. This comes in at about 2 litres. Super minimal, super beautiful. You can't go wrong. Just a little bit bigger than a banana is the mighty Eigg Sling. Now the Eigg is an interesting one because we sort of designed it to bridge this gap between really small shoulder bag, maybe even, dare I say, handbag, meets a sling. So you can see how short that strap goes. It's pretty dinky like that, but you can extend it and actually at full extension, it's sitting pretty low on your body. I'll just do, it's off camera, which is how low it is off the body. I'm about 6'3", and if I was standing up, this would be hitting on my hip a little bit, which is not necessarily a bad way to carry it. My preference would be to carry it a little bit higher. Maybe see if I can give you a little demo. Yeah, something like that. And then I would wear it a little bit higher on the body, sort of onto my stomach, something like that. So let's go over some of the features of the Eigg Sling. Again, I'm not going to bore you every time. Wax canvas, 4 colors, super nice, super weatherproof, beautiful. AquaGuard zips. There isn't any rain going to get in. You can see our little custom branded Trakke pullers here. These are really nice to just stick a finger through and give them a tug. So that's really, really nice and easy. You'll see that across our range of slings. Again, unlike the banana, you've got a little bit of customization to be done here with our patches. So you can remove this Velcro patch and put whichever patch you like on the front there. And as we look around, you can see that this doesn't have a clip to unclip the strap like the banana does. This is fixed more in the same way as the Zero Waste Sling I was talking about earlier. But with that extension, I don't think you really need that unclip functionality. But what you can see here is that on the very top, there's actually a little grab handle. So if you do, if it is, particularly if it's down on your hip, it's really handy to just have a little place to grab and pull it around or carry it when it's not on your body. Tucked away here at the back is a very sneaky little pocket. This pocket actually, I think, came from one of our old bags. It was a hander. And it was just nice having like an open pocket on the back, because sometimes, you're just using your phone or something, you just want to like chuck it away really quickly. So this is just a nice little drop pocket to put little bits and bobs when you're on the move that you can't be bothered to stash away into a specific pocket. So that is actually really, really handy. As we move around to the inside, well, you'll see, look at the size of this opening. Now, you've got a really wide mouth here, which I absolutely love. I think what this gives you is just a huge amount of visibility into the bag, which is super, super helpful, I think. Especially when you're looking like top down, as you so often are on a sling. It's really nice to be able to peel this back and see absolutely everything. Yet again, our orange liner is really just bringing some light into the bag and helping you to see right to the bottom. But as we look inside, let's start on the front panel. You can see here, a bit like the banana, a couple of little drop pockets here, again, for spare change, all of those little bits and bobs that would otherwise get lost in the bottom. On the back side here, you've got an open sleeve, and I'm confident that this does fit an iPad mini, because I'm pretty sure I saw someone post a loadout with an iPad mini in it. So that's super neat, definitely fits a Kindle as well. You'll notice on the front of there's also a little cheeky zip pocket. This is great for storing those valuable things that maybe you don't want falling around all over the place. Maybe the downside of these open drop pockets in the front is if your bag did get turned upside down or something like that, the things in that pocket might fall out depending on how full your bag was. Whereas this zip pocket on the back is just going to give you that extra layer of security, which is super welcome. You'll also see on this one, you've got a key clip. This is actually our little mini clip version that you see on a lot of our bags. It's actually pretty nice because it means you can literally just clip a key on rather than needing a clip on your keys to add to like a keyring on the Zero Waste or the banana sling. Again, very, very simple. It's called the Eigg after a little island in Scotland. It's actually an awesome island. It's completely self-sustaining. They have like wind turbines and solar power, and it's a very like strong island community, which is really cool. One of the guys who works for us is actually from Eigg. So this is maybe a little bit in honor of him and where he's from, and also maybe a little bit because it's kind of egg-shaped, right? So you can see how we ended up here. Anyway, that is the Eigg Sling. Yeah, so just to give you kind of a little example of size and scale here, I think it actually looks quite small, quite a compact sling, but you might be surprised how much you can pack in here. This is one of the Coral water bottles. It's super nice. I think it's 350, 400 mil, something like that. And actually, if you have a look at that, that fits really, really snugly in the bottom there. And if you're extra thirsty, you could put a thermos in there as well. And yeah, you know, that will fully zip up at this point. So that's two quite chunky water bottles fitting in there straight away. But obviously, it's unlikely you're going to carry it like that. I do think being able to carry a water bottle is super handy. I know that's something a lot of you will do every day, but you can see also these little drop pockets are great for like AirPods, things like that. The pocket on the back fits. This is an absolutely massive iPhone, but yeah, this fits really neatly on the back there as well. Yeah, so the Eigg is a really great little everyday bag, and I think really suits people who maybe don't like the traditional crossbody sling and maybe want to carry more like crossbody, more like a satchel style. I think it also really suits people who kind of need a handbag or a man bag, but don't like handbags or man bags. And I think actually that's a lot of people. They want something a little bit more practical than a sort of dainty handbag. And I think this actually kind of fits that form factor quite well. It's the kind of thing that you could just have those essentials in every single day and grab it as you leave the front door. So the Eigg is very highly recommended by me, but I would recommend it, wouldn't I? So, staying in a similar vein, we're going to look at the kind of biggest slings that we do at this point. Now, we've just been looking at like 2 to 2.5 litre slings. We're now going to start looking at like 5 and 6 litre slings, the big boys. And I think in a similar vein to the Eigg, we'll start with the Kelso. I kind of love the Kelso for quite a lot of different reasons, not least because it is like as little as it can possibly be. And I kind of love that about bags in general. Kind of love that about the zero waste sling as well. It's just like very, very simple. And I think the Kelso is also very, very simple. This exterior aesthetic, it's kind of just like a square. It's really clean. It's really minimal. I think that means that it goes with loads of different styles. Doesn't matter what gender you are, what style you have. I think this works really, really nicely. And much like the Eigg, you can wear it kind of long, like a shoulder bag, you know, down on the hip, or you can wear it up high like a sling, which is again how I prefer to wear it. But I see lots and lots of people carrying this almost again like a handbag because it just works super well for that. So let's have a little look around the outside. There isn't a huge amount to report on the outside. It's clean, it's simple. You have a removable patch on the front. If you don't like branding, take it off completely and you're just left with a little Velcro field, or you can customize this with a patch of your choice. On the side here, you've just got a little handle, just something to grab, to pull it around on your body, or maybe to hang it down by your side. Kind of hold it like a mug, I guess, if that's your vibe. You'll also see here a stainless steel clip. It's called a buckle and slide, and this allows you to open that strap completely and clip it back on. If you have been following us for a while, you'll remember these buckles from our old style bags. As we look on the back here, yeah, just another bit of a webbing attachment with a D-ring on the top for a bit of articulation. How ironic was that? And then on the back here, we've got our stainless steel tri-glide that allows you to adjust the strap up and down. As ever, beautifully made Scottish wax canvas, AquaGuard zips. Let's get into the meat of it though, which is inside. So let's open this up. And the first thing you'll notice is that this zip kind of has a recess here. So when the bag's quite empty, it sits kind of flat like this and the zip is recessed down. As you open the bag up, you'll see that that zip comes right up to the top. And actually when you unzip it, if you need a little bit of extra space, you can actually turn that out and just buy yourself another little bit of volume just in the top there. If we take a look inside though, you can see our signature orange liner. I forgot to mention earlier, but our liner fabric is also a dry finish wax canvas. So you're actually getting 2 layers of weatherproof finish on our bags, which I think is just a nice little bit of peace of mind, especially in the rain. But as you look down into the bag, it's a big open compartment, and all around the edge are sewn drop pockets, and they have a few different sizes in there. So generally speaking, there'll be a pocket in there that is well suited for whatever you're carrying. You'll also see here a little D-ring, which allows you to clip on your keys. It is simple, but I think what's really nice about this is just that top-down view. And when you're looking top-down, this gives you a really nice view of everything, because these pocket openings are above the crush zone, and the pockets actually stop a couple of centimeters short of the bottom of the bag, which means that you can chuck stuff into the bottom and still see what's kind of organized around the top. So I'm gonna pack this out and then I'm gonna cut this, ta-da, so that it just magically like goes bam, ta-da, and you're gonna be wowed. So yeah, this is the bag fully loaded out. And hopefully you can see this from where you are, but I've got a rain jacket in the bottom, I've got a water bottle in here, and then you can see all around the edge, I've just stashed all of those essentials that I want to carry with me. So in here I've got a cable, I've got a pouch with some everyday items. I've got a pen. I've got a power bank. I've got a set of AirPods, a phone. All of those bits are really neatly organized around the edge, which I just love because it's really, really simple, but everything just kind of packs out really, really comfortably. And then, like I mentioned earlier, you've got that kind of flappy lid that allows you to just zip that closed like this, or even if you need a bit of extra space, zip it closed like this. So the Kelso might look very simple. That is a good thing for minimalists. And inside, although it is still quite simple on the inside, it does give you a really, really nice way to organize your gear, which I absolutely love. So yeah, if you like to be organized, if you need a slightly larger sling, this comes in at 5 litres. And I really think it's a great everyday shoulder bag for every day, carrying on your shoulder. Let's move on. Okay, now we're going to look at the biggest sling that we make. This thing is a monster and it's called the Largo. Have a look at this bad boy. The Largo is sort of, it looks huge. I swear, when you look at it like this, it looks absolutely massive. I think it is about 6 litres, so it is significantly larger than anything else that we do in the sling range. But it does look big, and I think that puts people off. But what I would say about this is that this bag really comes into its own on body. It is designed to just fit incredibly well. It's super, super comfortable. And that comfort means that yes, it might have quite a big footprint, but it carries like you're not carrying anything. It'll disappear as soon as you put it on. So let me explain that a little bit, because that might not make sense to you. But what you will notice about the design of the Largo is that it has this strip of fabric around the bottom that gives you the depth in the base of the bag. But as it comes up, it transitions to the strap mounts where the straps are going to attach. And what that means on body, if I open that a little bit, what that means on body is this. Look, when I put that on my body, I'm getting these bits at the sides become flat and sit really, really snug and comfortably on my body, while the base is still kicking out forward and giving it that depth that gives you that extra capacity that you're gonna need. So this, is really, really designed to just be super, super comfortable. It's the kind of thing actually that I tend to wear on my back more than on my front, because it is a bit chunky. I mean, you can see it is covering most of my torso. On the back, it looks a little bit more like messenger style, which I quite like. You'll see here, it has a 50mm Cobra buckle on. You know how I feel about Cobra buckles. These things are sick. Really nice opening here, and you have the tri-glide adjuster, the stainless steel right here to adjust the strap length. The other thing that you might not notice, aside from the Cobra buckle, is these little metal clips here. Now, these are actually called slotted loops, and they're called that because on one side of them, they have a little cutout. And that means that I can actually remove that strap completely on both sides, and I could switch it around. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, whichever way it is, you can put the Cobra buckle on the side that suits you best. And I think these slotted loops, they are a bit tricky to get on and off, but the idea is that you only have to do it once, and then your bag is just set up. And once they're attached, they are very, very secure. So this is one of those really hidden features that I think a lot of people don't realize about the Largo, but actually works really, really well just to tailor the bag to your specific need. Okay, as we move around the rest of the outside, you've got a removable patch, you've got our Scottish made wax canvas, you've got our AquaGuard zips, you've got our Trakke branded pullers, and you'll notice on the main compartment at the top, you actually have 2 pullers, which means that you can open from the center, or you can push them to one side or the other and open it however you like. So that's a pretty nice little feature on this one. On the back, it's very, very simple. It actually has some padding in there so that you're going to get a bit of protection against your body. Just makes it a bit more comfortable and keeps any sort of weird shaped items inside from like jabbing into your spine. You'll also notice these little loops here at the bottom. These are really designed so that you can lash something on if you want to. I have seen people carrying tripods and things on the bottom of here using their own lashing straps. I actually use this to attach one of our stabilizer straps. Those stabilizers fit onto our Ben Messenger, our Ben Pro, our Wheelug, and they also work really nicely on the Largo, which I love because I actually think this is a great bag for cycling in. It carries very, very similarly to a messenger bag, and with the stabilizer strap, it just feels absolutely rock solid. It's not going to slide around anywhere when you're, pedaling hard down the road or doing more active stuff. I've carried this skiing before, it worked great for that. It's a great everyday bag, perfect festival bag, because I think at a festival, you're kind of aware that like you're leaving your tent and you might not get back to your tent until 5 a.m. So you think, okay, what am I going to need for the next 20 hours? And, often that will include quite a bit of stuff. So these are kind of a nice larger sling for that kind of pursuit. Let's get into the meat of it. You'll notice you've got 2 zips on the front. The first zip opens up, and actually because of the shape of this, you can see that I can like fold this bit down, which is kind of nice. And that then gives you the top of the pockets inside. There's 2 drop pockets and they sit right where that folds down to. So you can get really nice, easy access in there. I find when I carry this, I like use these pockets for exactly the same thing all the time. So there's a key clip at the top and I clip my keys on and I pop those in one of the pockets to just keep them nice and still and stable. And then I put my AirPods in the other pocket because they're the things that I just want to grab really, really quickly. There's actually space in front of these pockets here as well. So you can have stuff in the pockets and then you can stuff something in the front. So this pocket, super handy, really easy to just like look down and see exactly what you need. And if we zip that up, we'll open up this big compartment and you can kind of get a sense of the size in here. So again, this allows you to like peel it right back, look right down and see all of that orange sunshine inside. And in this bag, there's actually quite a lot going on. At the back here, you've got a wide padded sleeve. Now this sleeve is actually designed to fit a 10-inch iPad or whatever it is, 10 point whatever inch iPad. It actually fits the iPad Pro in a case as well. An iPad is the kind of thing that if you are like into kind of traveling quite light, it's the kind of tech that you might take on holiday or something to watch movies on the plane. And so I think it works really well in a sling this size to have a sleeve for that. Obviously, if you don't carry an iPad, great for stashing a book or anything else that you want to just keep at the back. Kindle, something like that. In front of that, you've got a couple of cheeky little drop pockets here. Again, use them like you would use any drop pocket. Just a great way to kind of keep things in their place and exactly where you left them. And then on the inside front, you can see actually there's a zip pocket here. So this is giving you a little bit of extra security. Maybe you're going to stash your passport in there. Maybe you're going to stash your foreign currency. Anything, anything that you need to keep safe goes nicely in that zip pocket. And then you can just close it right up. And then the rest of the bag is pretty straightforward. It's easy to fill. Obviously, you'll realize from what I was saying earlier about the shaping that you're going to have a bit more depth at the bottom than you are up here at the wings. So it's sort of, you'll get used to that as you pack it a few times. To give you an example, here's a rain jacket. I would stash the rain jacket maybe a little bit up because it's soft and it's going to mold to the shapes in that corner. I've got a water bottle that I'm going to carry with me today. I've got my sunglasses in here. Oh, I should maybe mention, a small water bottle will fit, but you can certainly fit a big old Nalgene in there as well, which, if you're a water fiend and you like to stay hydrated, that kind of bottle will be really handy at 1 litre. So, you know, you can see already that there's tons of space in here to just stash anything you want. And I mean, this, you know, I could put loads more stuff in there and it would still carry really well. And then I still haven't loaded out all those little pockets with AirPods, with cables, with pens, paper, notepads. I've seen people use these bags for like a Nintendo Switch and they fit pretty neatly. So I think this is like the one sling to rule them all, if you like. Definitely because of its size, probably suited to slightly taller folk or wider folk. I mean, yeah, I'm 6'3" and this kind of dominates my body. But, you know, think about wearing a messenger bag, like particularly an old style, you know, courier bag that's worn high on the back. You know, they often like a kind of like a turtle shell, tortoise, turtle, terrapin. Yeah, anyway, you get what I mean. These things kind of, you know, they cover your back, but they turn your back into a whole load of great carry space. So what's not to like? Anyway, that is the Largo, and that's the biggest sling. So yeah, we go all the way from like 1 litre all the way up to 6 litres in our sling range. Certainly, if you like pockets, my recommendations would be the Largo, the Eigg over here, maybe the Kelso. This is on the simpler end, but still really nice organization in here. If you are a minimalist, I would probably recommend a banana, a Kelso, the Gigha, super simple, Waste Sling, super simple, what's not to like? If you are active, Largo, banana, they would be my choices. If you're traveling, I mean, well, if you're traveling, like really, how are you traveling? But if it was me, banana, Gigha, they would be my choices. Out and about every day, just like chilling, Waste Sling. We see so many people in Glasgow wearing these, and I think it's just because they just work. You know, I know they don't look like much. I know they don't have many pockets. I know, but they just work, and they work really well, and you won't regret it. You know, I think that is a nice thing. Anna, what's your recommendation? What would you carry? Anna's a banana girl. I think that makes sense. Cobra buckle, looks good. Why do you like it? Good pockets and better than real bananas. Anna made a video all about that. I'll link it in the description or something. What else can I say about slings? I really think that in our sling range, there really is something for everyone. Just to cover some of the basics that are kind of true of all of them, they're all made from Scottish-made wax canvas. It's a 400 gram, really densely woven canvas. We've been using it for years. It's really durable. It's really beautiful. It's very weatherproof. You're not gonna have any problems in that regard. And like all of the things that we make, all of these slings are covered by a lifetime guarantee. So if you're out and about and they get damaged or a seam rips or you pack it with too much stuff or you carry 3 too many water bottles or whatever your story is, we will make sure that your bag gets fixed and we can make it usable again for you. So don't worry about that. We've got your back. And like everything that we make, all of these are lovingly handmade by our expert team of machinists right here in Glasgow. There aren't that many people manufacturing stuff in the UK anymore. We're really passionate about it. We think it's really important that we keep on making things with our hands, and that is why all of our products are made right here in Scotland. So you can feel good about that. You can feel good that we've sourced the best materials and hardware that money can buy. And you can feel good because all of these slings are going to be super comfortable and they're going to carry all the stuff that would normally live in your pockets, not in your pockets anymore. And you'll be able to walk like a human again. I'm rambling. So thank you for watching. Do let us know down in the comments which of these slings is your favorite. We would love to know. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. It makes us feel like the work that we do here is worthwhile. And you know, if you would like us to make videos about anything in particular in the future, do let us know that as well. Until then, see you next time.